This is it. This is Studio 33480, our brand new kind of an intimate interviewing space we've created that we believe will really let us get into the hearts and the heads of the many fascinating people who live on this island. Now, we want you to be a part of this, so if you have any ideas about who we should bring into Studio 33480 to interview, please let us know. And now, here's Christina Nicholson.
In our 78th season, the Palm Beach Civic Association expands its communication outreach with a state-of-the-art television studio. 33480, the zip code for the beautiful island of Palm Beach. Our goal? To bring you in-depth interviews of the most colorful and knowledgeable personalities on the island. And now, our host.
Hi, I'm Christina Nicholson, coming to you from the brand new Studio 33480. This is where we are going to have in-depth conversations with some of the amazing people here on the island of Palm Beach. And joining me today, we have Executive Committee member and Public Safety Committee Chair, Dave Duffy. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. I'm excited to be the first in here. It's wonderful.
Yes, so excited.
Great.
So excited to have you.
Guys.
What do you think?
I think it's great. It looks like 40 Rock to me.
Well, we're super excited to have you and chat about the committee meeting that just wrapped up. I pulled you aside. Lots of talk about public safety. So tell us what we can expect this season here on the island.
It was a wonderful meeting to start the season with. I am so impressed with this town, as we all should be. The fact that our police chief, our fire rescue chief, and the head of our town council participates in our public safety meetings just says an awful lot about the togetherness of the community relationships we have here. And today we learned an awful lot. It was amazing to hear of the latest technology of both the fire and the police departments. The fire department, for example, is talking about going to telemedicine, tele-911, which is going to be a terrific benefit to all our citizens. Already the fire department is ahead of the game, and they had over 1,300 Moderna shots given in January and February, and they're giving the boosters this week. Not many fire departments in this country are doing that kind of thing. And now to move into tele-911, which will start in a few months, which I'm sure the Civic Association will, and you guys will communicate, will do a lot. And on the police side, when they're talking about infrared cameras and drones, and how they're monitoring the coastline with the Sheriff's Department and the Coast Guard at night with these infrared activity that they have to watch for illegal immigrants coming by boat or drug runners or so forth, or criminals. And body cams are coming into our town, and the technology is just, I think, for the size of this community, it's way above. And then the town council, of course, led by Maggie Zeidman, who, as you all know, was a career nurse from Lenox Hill Hospital, where she headed the nursing staff there, was so ahead of the game and COVID information for our town. And she spoke about that again today, on how this community is almost 100% vaccinated. And now the Rejuvenant, I think I pronounced that right, the drug that the fire department can administer to people who have COVID and help them ease through the process. It's just great. I'm very excited. Our committee is excited, and I think we agreed today to communicate through you guys, through PBTV, through William Kelly's weekly documentaries, and through interviews like this, to completely inform and educate our town, which is really the mission of the Civic Association, on all of these kinds of issues. So we're excited.
Yeah, and you mentioned those vaccines that the fire department was giving out, just keeping people on the island safe. So safe, such a high vaccination rate that Regeneron, only 37 doses of Regeneron given since they got that, because so many people here on the island are safe. You mentioned Tele 911.
Yes.
Nobody wants to go to the hospital.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
wants to call an ambulance. So Tele 911 makes
Right.
that easier for people. And the technology, that was impressive
Right.
in the meeting. The body cams and even the cameras in the police cruisers. Not just
Right.
straight on, but we're seeing
180.
a 180
right.
view.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Something else that I'd like to do is tag along with those police officers that are on the ground, that are riding their bikes, that are part of the business community. And the chief of police said they have great personalities, so
Right.
they're chatting it up with people out and about on the
And
island.
how many arrests they've been able to make by just being on their bicycle or their ATVs. And the lady on the beach that they got with the sea turtles, she
Taking the eggs, yeah.
taking 75 eggs, so forth. Wow, it is something. I'm sure they'll let you do that. In fact, I think Wendy of your team last year participated in the citizens training with the police department, even rappelling, if I remember correctly. So she's got more guts than I have.
We
I
need
know
to
that,
send
yeah.
her back out there to rappel
Absolutely,
again.
yeah,
And we have
absolutely.
a celebration coming up on
Yes.
December 11th,
Yes.
Public Safety Day. We're
Yes.
celebrating 100 years of fire rescue
Isn't
here
that
on the
amazing?
island.
Huh?
That'll be
Amazing.
fun. Will
Yeah.
you be out there, Dave, celebrating?
Of course. I wonder if it was horse-driven in those days, probably. Here they come, clippity-clop.
That'll be fun. That'll be
But
fun.
That's really a great effort of the Police Foundation, Police and Fire Foundation, which we're good partners with. They do a terrific job, and I think they're behind all of that. I give them all the credit in the world.
We're very lucky to have them, Dave.
Yeah, we are.
Anything else you wanna end with here as we say our
No,
goodbyes?
we're just beginning our work. Today was the kickoff of the season, and it started off for our particular committee in a great way. We look forward to having some wonderful stories to tell over the course of this year. So thank you, Christine.
Well, thank
Okay.
you so much. And we'll have wonderful stories to tell here
Okay.
at Studio 33480, where we will be giving you in-depth interviews with some of the most fascinating and lovely people like Mr. Dave Duffy here on the island. We will see you next time.
Studio 33480 is brought to you by the Palm Beach Civic Association. Please give us your thoughts about our programming and how we can best serve our members and residents.